Alright, you lot, fire up your SSD and strap down your RAM, because we got a full buffet of gaming lunacy today. Welcome to Gaming Hellwire, where frame rates are cursed and sarcasm's terminal. Let's kick off with Warner Brothers Discovery. Yeah, same media Frankenstein that gave us Hogwarts money printers, Suicide Squad disasters, and Mortal Kombat fatalities. They've decided it's time to maximise shareholder value, which in corporate terms means someone's getting sold, someone's getting sacked, and your favourite franchise is about to be milked dry like a pensioner's cat. They're reviewing strategic alternatives, including selling off a company, chopping it into chunks, or spinning bits out like they're auctioning organs. And right in the middle of this buffet, Warner Brothers Games. You know, crew behind Mortal Kombat, Hogwarts Legacy, and Trailers shut down studios. They've already culled 3 dev teams this year like it's a sport. Now they're dangling whole structure over a shark tank while wearing a steak suit. For Mortal Kombat fans, this ain't just boardroom fluff. This could be a fatality or another kind. You like big budget polish and stupidly good netcode? That costs. But when investors start poking spreadsheets, creative teams get axed first. You'll be lucky if next game in Mortal Kombat Mobile Royale featuring Battle Pass fatalities and Rave Boss Goro skin only available via NFT lottery. Warner's already shifted to core franchises only, which is PR fair. We'll only fund what's guaranteed to sell regardless of quality. That's how you get more Hogwarts, more Batman, and less actual innovation. Goodbye experiments. Hello re-eated IP soup. And if they do get bought, who picks up tab? Tencent, Amazon, EA, anyone with enough cash to turn your childhood IP into season pass? Either way, we're in the era of hostage franchises, where your favourite characters are just assets in the spreadsheet war. So be worried. Not panic yelled into your pillow worried, but wallet on standby and devs on edge worried. Because when billionaires play Monopoly with media companies, always devs and players who'll get stuck in jail square. Next, let's talk about Helldivers 2, a game that lets you drop into bug-infested chaos with your mates. They just dropped another payload, straight into your system kernel. Yeah, devs decided to wedge in GameGuard, a lovely bit of root-level anti-cheat that grabs your PC by bollocks and don't ask permission. Now, Studio originally told us, GameGuard's fine, stop whining. It's not even affecting performance, it's just a boogeyman. Meanwhile, our player base is getting frame drops, crashes, and full-on system meltdowns. Boogeyman? More like Freddy Krueger with a Windows installer. Then comes Pivot. Now they're looking into removing it. Maybe after next patch. Oh, cheers lads. That's like saying, we'll take surveillance camera out of your bathroom once we've finished redecorating. You're not helping, you're just admitting you're screwed up and stalling for time. Let's be clear, kernel level anti-cheat is nuclear option. It gets system level access, full control, and if something goes wrong, it don't just crash game, it can punch your OS through window. And in a co-op game, not a competitive esports or Warzone or CS2, co-op, what exactly are you stopping you? Illegal hugs. This ain't just about anti-cheat. It's about trust. You trust the dev with your system, your privacy, your performance, and when they lie about damage, then backpedal under pressure, they fail twice. Once in code, once in communication. It's kicker. They still haven't promised to remove it. They're just looking into it. That's PR for, we'll see if storm dies down and hope you forget. Don't forget, don't forgive. And for the love of frame rate, stop trusting games that treat your system like it's threat. Also, just for record, I am okay with kernel level anti-cheat if it works. Battlefield 6 is doing a banger job. Time will tell on COD. Right then, all reds, pause your 5th mediocre Resident Evil clone and pay attention. Bloober team, same twisted bastards behind Medium and that Silent Hill 2 remake you're all still side-eyeing, just dropped a free 30-minute demo of Cronos, New Dawn. It's up on Steam and Epic right now, 15% off for Halloween 2. So get your spooky bollocks in gear. Now what makes this an interesting is it's not just jump scares and flashlight mazes. This thing's got a proper merge mechanic. If you don't finish job, dead things merge. You slack off, corpses fuse with floor, wall, and your last 2 mistakes to become a nightmare on legs. That's not just horror, that's punishment with interest. Setting, brutal future wasteland warped into 1980s Poland. Your time ripped between apocalyptic decay and communist dread, wrapped in Eastern European misery and monster glue. It's grim, it's grotty, it's gorgeous. If demo holds, we might actually have an indie horror game with brains behind blood. But let's not go full fanboy just yet. This is Bloober. They've got chops for mood and audio, but gameplay? Hit or miss. If this goes too action heavy, or if merge system ends up being press F to incinerate same enemy on loop, then it'll be another fog machine in a trench coat. Still, for Halloween, this is what you want. Free slice of dread, some cats to pet apparently, and enough atmospheric rot to make your GPU sweat like a nun in a strip club. And yeah, demo progress carries to full game. That alone's rare. So try it, test it. If it's great, we'll be back with flamethrower and praise. If it's wank, we'll drop it down well and burnt rope. Unfortunately, now we got to talk about a delay. Frogware's just dropped a delay notice for Sinking City 2. And this ain't your typical we need more polished PR puff. These devs are making a survival horror game while living through an actual fucking war. We're talking Kiev. We're talking drones, blackouts, missile warnings, and they're still plugging away at a Lovecraftian monster fest set in flooded 1920s Arkham. Originally, they were teasing a surprise 2025 drop. That's been chucked into void. Now they're aiming for first half of 2026. No hard date, just a vague, we'll get there if world stops exploding. And fair play, they even said it outright. You can't plan a roadmap when your power grid keeps getting blown up. This delay, it's not laziness, it's survival. Literal. Not marketing speak survival, actual wear a coat indoors cause eating's out survival. And on top of that, the switching genres, from detective adventure to full-on survival horror. Different mechanics, pacing systems, all new territory. They're honest about learning curve too, which is rare. No cocky trailers pretending everything's fine, just devs trying to not get bombed. But let's not sugarcoat it either. Further this slips, higher risk ends up a Frankenstein. Survival horror's a tightrope. One bad animation, one clunky combat loop, and your scares turn into laughs. Combine that with a country under siege, and you've got pressure cooking from both ends. So here's what I'll say. They've earned time, they've earned patience, but they haven't turned a free pass. If this hits, we'll stand up and applaud. If it flops, monsters won't be only thing getting dismembered. Now stop what you're doing and listen. A new co-op roguelike just dropped on Steam called Blackpool Arena Survivors. And here's part that will make your bank account cry tears of joy. It's 100% free. Not free to start, not free with a store tab, not free if you ignore Battle Pass. Proper free. As in no DLC, no microtransactions, no premium bundles wrapped in guilt and FOMO, just two devs, a vision, and kind of balls you rarely see outside of a brass foundry. What is it? A 3D arena action roguelike. Co-op up to 4 players. 90 abilities across 9 elements. 42 enemy types. 7 stage bosses. Multiple challenge modes. And an endless run mode that'll melt your GPU and your friendship group simultaneously. You can play it solo, or jump in with your mates and see who dies first in Chaos Blender. Built by Smug Marmot Studios, which sounds like a rejected Harry Potter house, but it's actually 2 lifelong mates who quit their day jobs and spent 3.5 years crafting this thing. No publisher, no investors, just caffeine, old LAN party trauma, and pure gamer spite. This is anti-live service Anthem. It's middle finger to loot boxes and a steel toe kicked at bollocks at 70 quid early access betas. It proves you can still release something for fun. Not analytics, not whales, not metrics, just a game. Now look, I'm not saying it's perfect. Free means passion, but it don't guarantee polish. It could be janky, it could crash, updates might be slower than a Bethesda QA tester on morphine, but I'd rather take a swing at this than one more open beta wrapped in a credit card tutorial. Download it, try it, support it, cause if this is future we want, we'd better bloody well show up for it. And that's your daily dose of gaming chaos. Serve raw with a side of dread. Like, subscribe and all that bollocks. Smash bell if you like your news loud, unfiltered and 10% nuclear. Drop your comments and questions below, especially if you're anti-cheats asking for your NI number. And I'll see you next time, you magnificent.